2023 to 24 has been an exceptional year for both Active Oxfordshire and for the physical activity agenda in the county. We've reached in excess of 17,000 residents at highest risk of inactivity, a record number for us as an active partnership.
We've played a leading role in a whole system approach for Oxfordshire, which has resulted in a record level of investment for physical activity. Thanks to outstanding partnership working, we can now expand Move Together and You Move to include support for pregnant women and under fives.
We are now able to effectively capture and measure the impact that physical activity has on preventing health conditions and reducing the burden on local health services. This work is now gaining national recognition, and this signals a real step change in increased awareness of the role that activity plays in significantly improving health and well-being.
Oxfordshire on the Move has seen us work with over 120 partners this year with the collective aim of breaking down barriers to physical activity. We've also seen the launch of 3 working groups as a result of collective ownership of the movement.
Our collective impact would not be possible without our main funders Sport England and partnership working with Buckinghamshire, Oxfordshire, Berkshire Integrated Care Board, County Council Public Health, the district councils and all our community partners alongside our active partnerships network.
In this video, we aim to take you through each of our strategic priorities and the impact we've made in the past year.
Our Healthy Active Children priority focuses on working with low-income families, disabled young people and teenage girls, as well as tackling the mental health and well-being that young people experience.
In 2023 and 24, Healthy Active Children's work has reached over 14,000 young people and their families. But it's not just about the numbers. We've gone further than ever before in targeting children and young people facing the biggest barriers to activity, working together with our partners, schools, community groups and clubs.
We've made some big changes to how we work. We'd like to share with you some highlights from our Healthy Active Children activity.
We continue to shift our focus from traditional school games to underrepresented groups such as teenage girls. We have also had a county-wide impact through the Open School Facilities Fund.
We've worked with over 30 schools, supporting over 45 projects and been able to fund over £200,000 worth to support those projects. This year we've really managed to diversify and stretch our reach, working with a broader range of projects. Particularly had some success in SEND projects with sensory circuits. That's been supported by British Fencing. We've also grown our bike library in school scheme, and that's been supported by British Cycling.
Working with Active Oxfordshire, North Oxfordshire Schools as Partnership and British Cycling, we're able to get 6 new bike libraries in schools around Cherwell. Includes that's 120 new bikes, including bike shelters. And working with British Cycling, we also managed to have training for those teachers to upskill the teachers so that they could continue delivering activities and cycling once the bikes are in the schools.
Our You Move programme continues to make an impact with over 10,000 individuals registered with the programme. Of these, 96% say it makes a difference to their family's health.
We're really excited at Public Health to learn that over 49% of You Move participants have increased their weekly physical activity levels.
Our swimming programme continues to make waves across the county.
At GLL, we offer You Move families up to 50% discount on a range of different activities across our better leisure centres in Oxfordshire. Swimming is by far the most popular activity, with over 1,000 You Move swims since we started the scheme in 2022.
And Access Sport Oxfordshire's impact continues to diversify as we enter its 3rd year.
One of our priorities over the next couple of years is to really support organisations to be able to increase the accessibility of their provision. We got involved with Gosford All Blacks and the Inclusive Rugby Network.
We give them the opportunity to come down, try some games. Some of it looks like rugby, some of it doesn't. It's just a bit of fun, but the impact that we see is a lot more powerful. Start to see the relationships they're building with each other, the motor function in reference to adapting and doing more on the rugby pitch. The fun and hilarity and just the engagement is just great to see. And it's a great de-stress for an hour for parents as well.
Our Healthy Active Adults priority focuses on supporting people with long-term health conditions, those at risk of falls, adults with disabilities, and a wider focus on mental health and well-being.
Between April 2023 and March 2024, over 2,000 people were referred to Move Together, which is a 21% increase on the previous year. 73% of participants reported that the perception of their health had stayed the same or improved. 60% of those that had a 3-month review had increased the amount of activity they were doing whilst using Move Together. 95% of Move Together participants said they would be likely or very likely to recommend Move Together to a friend or family member.
So I'm stuck at home most of the time. Mobility's bad. So what they've done is bring me out of that. They've started with a home visit to assess me and see what needs I needed, what could help me most. And through Lisa and Jenny and Angela, the phone calls and the visits, and subsequently going to the Move Together classes, they've helped me no end.
Regular physical activity provides a range of physical, mental and social benefits, including playing an important role in the management and treatment of many long-term health conditions. We're already seeing excellent evidence of this for our Move Together pathway. Encouraging an active lifestyle and taking a preventative approach not only helps to improve individuals' health outcomes, but in addition it can help reduce pressure on our health services. This is something we're seeing through our Move Together evaluation, with participants recording 36% fewer GP appointments in their time at Move Together, which is translated to a saving of 4 GP appointments per participant per year. In addition, there was a 28% reduction in 111 out-of-hours demand, and participants reporting 12% fewer falls. So what's next for Move Together? Move Together will be extending its reach with a focus on supporting adults with learning disabilities and pregnant and postnatal women, whilst also piloting our first home visit Otago Falls Prevention Programme in partnership with Active Oxfordshire. We're also excited to be growing our physical activity workforce training offer through our newly appointed Physical Activity Clinical Champion role, which is delivering peer-to-peer physical activity training to healthcare professionals across the county. Finally, we'll also be delivering further This Mum Moves training courses, which is providing the knowledge and skills for professionals to have conversations about physical activity to support pregnant and postnatal women.
Our Healthy Active Neighbourhoods priority is all about co-production with communities that live in our priority areas and how we remove barriers to activity locally. In doing so, opening up access to green spaces and enabling active travel.
The Community Outreach Active Travel Fund has funded 26 community projects this year, with a total funding going out to communities of £195,000. And this is all about enabling children and adults to be more physically active on their day-to-day trips. Whether it's providing asylum seekers with a bike so they can access education, or creating maps of guided walks to encourage people to access local green spaces on foot. All of these community initiatives are really important and very effective in encouraging people to be more physically active. And we know these initiatives make a difference. Last year, 38% of project participants are now using active travel much more frequently than instead of getting in the car. And that means that's really good for their health and well-being, and also it supports climate action.
What we did at this Active Oxfordshire Impact was we get loads of children and mothers who never ride a bike before came through to this project, and now this Sunday is our first Sundays that we're going by Oxford to ride 13 miles. I can give you one more example of that. Then a lot of a family that we give a bike, dad and mothers and the children now ride the bike to their schools or the work they work in. And that is a benefit for health and mental health, for all well-being themselves, because without that bike they should be carrying a car to go to the school, and now I'm giving them, the families, an option, 20 minutes or 30 minutes time to serve themselves, and the child can go alone to bike to the school.
So, active neighbourhood scans are a way of understanding how easy it is to walk, wheel and cycle in all the 10 priority neighbourhoods in Oxfordshire. So we've ran so far 2 scans, one in the Lees and one in Banbury, Neathrock and Ruscott. And we've invited members from the local community, residents, people from schools to get involved in the workshops. And then we have sent people out on different walking routes, wheeling routes and cycling routes. To basically, just get an understanding of what's going really, really well in the area, what might need improving, and also opportunities to make space kind of better.
Yes, so I'm working on the active neighbourhood scans, and it's actually called Idea Fund, and we've had 18 applicants, and out of those 18 applicants, 15 of those were successful. And some of the projects that came through there were litter picking, prevention of fly tipping, open spaces, community spaces for people to use, bedding, planting flowers and things in local open spaces, and also a vegetable garden. So we're trying to get more people in the community, in their neighbourhood, to make the place in open green spaces much nicer.
Over the past year, we've made significant strides towards enhancing, formalising and sharing our progress and learning across the theme of equity, diversity and inclusion. Some key projects we're really proud of includes engaging over 10 local organisations in our EDI peer-to-peer sessions, where we facilitate discussions and create a brave space for a range of smaller and larger organisations to learn from and interact with each other. Additionally, we have also made extra care to listen to feedback on our own communications, taking extra care to ensure our communications and events are more inclusive. Through alt text on our social media images, subtitles on our videos, and inclusive venues and activities at our events.
Our biggest progression has come from revamping our recruitment principles as an organisation to address our lack of diversity and barriers involved in our previous process.
The Active Partnerships national organisation has developed our recruitment process and principles over the last 12 months. We recognise that if we have a good process, it will be inclusive. Some of the changes we've made as a result of these conversations include ensuring applicants are redacted, job descriptions are clear and written using normal language. We send interview questions in advance and allow notes to be brought into the interview. There is more work to do and we look forward to continuing to share learning with Active Oxfordshire.
It's been an incredible year and we're so excited about our collective plans going forward too. What we want to celebrate most of all this year is the strength of our collaborations and our partnerships, and we'd like to thank all of our partners, our supporters and our funders who have worked together to reach a record number of people at highest risk of inactivity. If you'd like to get involved with our work going forwards, we'd encourage you to join Oxfordshire on the Move, which now has 130 organisations and well over 200 people involved, all working together and connecting up to break down barriers to activity across the county. We run, as part of Oxfordshire on the Move, 2 major events every year, but in between there's plenty of working groups, campaigns and community events to get involved with. So please do check out the Oxfordshire on the Move website or get in touch with anyone in the Active Oxfordshire team to find out more. But most of all, thank you all for your support this year.